Well, welcome back. Welcome back. Our next guest is a lifestyle transformation coach, speaker, and author. He's author of the Create Your Life You Love Vision Planner Journal. He's going to join us today to speak about how attaining the life you want can start from a single stroke of a pen and a vision for success. So please welcome to the show, Georgia. Georgia Woodbine is in the house. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thanks for having me. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
You didn't think I was going to go ahead and sing the rest of that song, did you?
I was waiting.
Well, George is on my mind. Thank you so much for joining us today. Tell us more about what you're doing and how you are doing it with the stroke of a pen and doing it with your vision planner and all of that thing, all of those things.
You know, one of the things I talk about is how we can look at this time that we have to create. And so there's a famous quote that says, whether you think you can or you can, you're right. Henry Ford.
Oh, I use that on the radio, you know. I use that on BronxNet also.
Oh, really?
Right.
Yeah, and it's so true. Whether you think you can or you can, you're right. And let me first start by saying is that I don't teach what I don't know, and I don't lead where I don't go. So everything that I teach, everything that I speak about, everything that I do encompasses around my mission, around what I do, and you know, how I even got to this point of success. And so I firmly believe that we always attract what we think about. So whatever you speak and put out into the universe is what you are attracting to you. Whether you want to believe it or not, you're going to attract it by default because you're putting emotions and feelings into that thing. So one of the things that helped me in life dealing with, you know, loss of a job, loss of my home, loss of my car, dealing with health issues and all the other things that I experienced in my life is really thinking about this. And I always say the most important question you will ever ask yourself is, why am I here? Why am I?
That's a biggie.
Yeah, why am I here? And so I think a lot of people, you know, sometimes in life never even know what their why is or their purpose is or what they're meant to be doing with their life, with their time. And so in life, you cannot think about success and think about the things you want to create, and your thoughts cannot be incapable of what you're trying to create. So you can't think negative if you're trying to make something positive. So one of the things I came up with is, and this is what's changed my entire life. It all started about 16 years ago. I started writing goals down because I always say, like, out of sight, out of mind. You know, if you're not looking at it every day, it becomes like a distant thought. And so 16 years ago, I started to ask myself that important question: why am I here? And I started to write things down. I started to write down goals that I wanted to accomplish. And I started by working my way backwards. I wrote down 3 months goals, and then 6 months, and then 9 months, and 12 months. And I just started to segment my goals and what I was trying to create. And of course, you know, this is the beginning of the new year. Everybody's thinking about, okay, well, what can I do with this extra time that I have? Can I start a radio show? Can I start a podcast? Can I start a side business? Or maybe people have lost their jobs and they don't even know what they want to do. But now is a perfect time to start writing down your goals. Why? It'll help you stay more focused on the positive, because if you keep watching the news and what's going on and the, you know, politics and this and that, you get so sidetracked because now that becomes your main way to focus, and you can't really concentrate on focus on you. And that's really the question: what do you want to do with your life while you're here? And you cannot just spend your time watching what everybody else is doing, because you'll never end up anywhere. So what I decided to do was I decided to create a vision planner journal, which is similar to a vision board.
Yeah.
So the difference is this is like a planner that you walk around with every day, right? So when you open it, you have these stickers, right? So these are positive affirmation stickers to help you, like I said, What you think about is what you create. So you want to start having these positive words around you. So these are the positive stickers. It comes with about 50 stickers, right? With positive affirmations on it. And this is your planner where your name goes, right? And when you open it, you have a calendar, right? Your calendar, your monthly calendar, you break down all your appointments, things you want to do. And then you have your mind map, which is here. Things that you're trying to brainstorm about. So the stickers are good. So it breaks it down weekly, monthly, things that you're trying to create, and also habits that you're trying to break. Because one of the things we said before is like out of sight, out of mind. So I break down to say, what are some positive habits you want to create for yourself? It could be maybe working out. It could be going for a walk. It could be limiting your alcohol intake. You know, so what are some of the bad habits and the good habits that you're trying to create? So now, once you write all these things down and you go back, now you can do a weekly reflection of what it is that you want to change in your life. And then it has sections of where you can write your goals down. And then it also has another section of who is my accountability partner for this month, so that you have somebody that can help you stay on track with your goals. So I'm very excited. This is a new product I just launched. I'm very excited about it.
All right.
I think it's the perfect time for it, because I think people are at a place where they want change, but they just don't know where to start. And a way to start to change your life is to change your habits. And so once you start writing things down, I always say life is like a garden, right? A garden is a metaphor for life. So you have to ask yourself, what type of garden do you want? What do you want to grow in your garden? And what purpose does your garden serve? So once you start asking yourself those things, you understand that when seeds are planted, and the seeds that I'm talking about you're planting is your goals, okay? So when you plant your seeds, and you first have to grow the roots, right? And then once these roots take hold, then this little small plant will eventually emerge, and then eventually break through the soil. And so what I'm talking about is a metaphor to your goals. Once you start writing things down, once you start taking action, once you start going and looking down and saying, okay, you know what, this is what I want to accomplish. What are the steps that I have to take? Because for goals to succeed, you have to take action. So that's what it's really about.
Plant your seeds and reap your rewards. Harvest time.
Absolutely.
So, but how, a lot of people, they have a rough time. They have that thing. How do you maintain that drive to motivate and inspire yourself and others?
Well, it's definitely about, like I talked about, the positive self-talk, because we know we always have two voices, right? We always hear that voice that says, yes, I can do it. Yes, I can make this happen. Yes, I have the ability. Yes, I have the skills. Yes, I have the knowledge. And then you may have this other voice that says, I can't do it. I don't have the resources. I don't have the money. I don't have, the network. So you have to start to turn down the negative voice and turn up the positive voice. And so speaking positive affirmations, that will do that. It helps to motivate you and encourage you to achieve your goals. Prioritize your life, okay? What are you doing with your time? That's one of the things I always talk about. There are 168 hours in a week. What are you doing with that time? A lot of people say, they don't really think about it like that, but it's a lot of time. So you have to look at where you're wasting time and where you can better serve your time and break that down. Sometimes you're on your phone, you're on social media, you're reading emails, you're doing all these things. You don't even realize how much time you've lost.
Yeah.
Something that's
you have to better manage your time.
Better manage your time, because it's not going to help you with your goals. And also remembering that when you set a goal, right, don't worry about if you don't meet it that first time, but you have to put a date and you have to put a timeline next to it. Why? Because that makes you motivated to achieve the goal. So you can't just say, I want this to happen, and just sit back and say, okay, let's see, when's it going to happen? It's never going to happen. There's a study that was conducted by a psychology professor in California. And it was about, she confirms the importance of writing goals down. And she did a study. She recruited about 267 people from various backgrounds and to participate in this study on how goal achievement influenced you know, them to succeed. And I think the study showed that about maybe 76% of the participants who wrote their goals down and maintained actions, weekly progress, who had took action, had weekly progress. And so it's always about these three actions. One, writing down goals. Two, committing to goal-oriented actions. And three, creating accountability to those actions. So I thought this was so great that she did this study, because it just confirms what I've been saying all along, and the things and the things that I've applied, that I've learned, that actually has helped me to be more successful.
Where can we get more information and information on purchasing your vision planner and other projects that you're working on?
Sure. So this is the Create the Life You Love Vision Planner Journal. But this is a journal. It's a nice size. You can fit it in your bag, you fit it in your backpack, fit it in your briefcase, fit it in your pocketbook. They can go to the website, www.georgiawoodbine.com. And I am offering something too. Once they go to the website, they'll see it. But yeah, they can go to the website, www.georgiawoodbine.com.
There you go. Georgia on your mind. Create the life you love. She's got it going on. She's an author, speaker, and lifestyle coach. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we appreciate you and love you.
Thank you for having me, as always.
Coming up next, we've got more open coming your way. Stay tuned.